On June 23, 2021, a 24-year-old geologist drove into the Arizona desert for work and seemingly vanished into thin air. His name was Daniel Robinson. Daniel had recently moved to Arizona for a geology job and was described by friends and family as intelligent, motivated, and optimistic about his future. That morning he left a remote job site near Buckeye, Arizona. But then, he disappeared. Police eventually found Daniel's Jeep deep in the desert nearly a month later. The vehicle had severe damage. His clothes, wallet, keys, and cell phone were found nearby. But Daniel himself was gone. Even stranger. Investigators discovered the Jeep appeared to have traveled several more miles after the airbags had already deployed. His father, David Robinson, launched his own search effort, refusing to believe the case was simply an accident. Private investigators raised questions about the timeline, the crash scene, and why no trace of Daniel has ever been found despite massive searches. Some theories suggest Daniel suffered an accident and wandered into the desert. Others believe foul play may have been involved. But after years of searching, nobody knows what truly happened to Daniel Robinson. And somewhere in the Arizona desert, the answer may still be waiting. Imagine waking up on a yacht in the Caribbean, only to realize the person beside you has vanished without a trace. That's exactly what happened in March of 2021. Sarm Heslop, a 41-year-old woman originally from the United Kingdom, was living aboard a catamaran with her boyfriend near the U.S. Virgin Islands. According to reports, the couple had dinner together the night before. But the next morning, Sarm was gone. Her passport, phone, and personal belongings were reportedly left behind on the boat. There were no signs of a struggle, no witnesses, no distress call, nothing. Her boyfriend contacted authorities hours later, claiming he woke up and realized she had disappeared during the night. But investigators later revealed inconsistencies in the timeline. Questions began spreading across social media and true crime communities. How does someone vanish from a boat anchored in open water? Did she fall overboard? Was there foul play? Or is there another explanation nobody has discovered yet? Despite international attention and years of investigation, Sarm Heslop has never been found. And somewhere in the dark waters of the Caribbean, the mystery remains unsolved. On January 7, 2021, Maya Mlette disappeared from her California home, and investigators quickly realized something about the case felt deeply wrong. Maya was a mother of 3 living near San Diego. Friends say she had recently been planning to leave her marriage and was preparing for divorce. But the night before she vanished, family members say communication suddenly stopped. Her friends became concerned after Maya failed to respond to messages and missed plans the next day. Then came the disturbing details. Investigators later discovered internet searches involving body disposal and DNA evidence connected to the home. Her husband denied involvement, but the case exploded into national headlines. Search teams combed remote hiking areas, canyons, and wilderness locations across Southern California. Still, no trace of Maya was ever found. Without a body, many questions remain unanswered. What exactly happened inside that home? Why did Maya vanish so suddenly? And where is she now? Years later, her disappearance continues haunting investigators and her family. Because even though arrests were eventually made, the biggest mystery still remains unsolved. In March of 2025, a spring break trip to paradise became an international mystery. Sudiksha Konanki, a university student from the United States, was vacationing in the Dominican Republic with friends. She was last seen near a beach resort late at night. Security footage captured her walking toward the shoreline with a group. But hours later, Sudiksha was nowhere to be found. Her disappearance triggered an enormous international search involving helicopters, boats, divers, drones, and investigators from multiple countries. Authorities searched beaches, nearby waters, and resort areas for days. Yet no confirmed trace of her was ever discovered. One witness claimed dangerous ocean currents may have pulled her into the water. Others questioned whether there may have been foul play. As the investigation intensified, internet speculation exploded across social media. But despite worldwide attention, the case remains surrounded by uncertainty. How does someone disappear from a crowded tourist destination without answers? Was it a tragic accident? Or did something far more sinister happen that night? For now, nobody truly knows. One of the world's strangest disappearance mysteries may still be unfolding today. In 2020 and throughout the decade, alleged sightings of Xavier Dupont de Ligonnès continued appearing across Europe. Xavier became internationally infamous after his wife and children were found buried beneath their home in France years earlier. Authorities believe Xavier murdered his entire family before disappearing. But despite one of the largest manhunts in modern French history, he was never captured. Over the years, reports claimed he had been seen in monasteries, remote villages, airports, and train stations. Some sightings were convincing enough to trigger major police operations. Yet every time, the trail vanished again. The mystery exploded online during the 2020s as documentaries, podcasts, and investigators revisited the case. Could Xavier still be alive? Did he escape Europe entirely? Or did he die long ago without anyone discovering the truth? What makes this case especially chilling is the possibility that one of the world's most wanted fugitives may have successfully disappeared forever. And somewhere out there, he may still be hiding in plain sight. Some disappearances are eventually solved, but others leave behind only questions, theories, and silence. Which of these mysteries do you think is the creepiest? Let us know in the comments, and subscribe for more unsolved mysteries and strange disappearances.